Hey everyone, this is Vicente 294 here, and I'm at OLED Park, aka OLED Store, OLED Park, the center of San Vicente right now. So yeah, I am at Burger King right now for a little lunchtime. I'm having the Burger King with the French fries, the cheeseburger, the Whopper, the nuggets, as well as the King Fusion, the ice cream. By the way, I'm getting a Jurassic Park toy. I'm getting the baby egg dinosaur, which is very awesome. I'm getting that. Anyways, I'm having a good Thursday so far. I can't believe I had to go back to school in 3 weeks. My summer vacation has gone so fast. But it's for alive, by the way, and I had to accept it. Anyways, I'm gonna enjoy this, by the way. So it looks delicious. Alrighty, I'm gonna see Space Boy. And by the way, the format I'm gonna see Space Boy is in digital format. I'm seeing it in digital format, in Dolby, which that is pretty awesome. We have an app for Justin and the Sword thing, as well as Pacific Rim and the Lone Ranger. Oh boy, look at this, it's Bad Guys 2. I love that sequel. Easy the best Blue Sky sequel of all time, and my favorite Blue Sky sequel of all time in general, by the way. Let's see, one of my all-time favorite Warner Bros. Animated films, but this time in digital format in Abaco. We have Bad Guys 2 right there, and here's an app for planes. And yes, I love this movie, by the way, right there. By the way, the scene as the astronauts from Bad Guys 2 is amazing, by the way. Here's an app for Elysium. By the way, let's go to the 5th screening and see Space Boy. And I'm seeing it at the advanced screening, which is very awesome. Oh, they're playing some music. That is pretty awesome. Alrighty, let's see Space Boy in digital format in Dolby at Abaco. It's gonna be very awesome. So yeah, because I really love Space Boy. It's the best Warner Bros. Animated film I watched for recent years. So yeah, I will see you when I get home. And yes, I did a Burger King recently. If you've seen the first part, you probably know what I mean. And I actually have a cheesecake for dessert as well, by the way. And yes, I'll be doing the next part at home. Anyways, I will see you next time. Anyways, have a great day. Hey everyone, this is Vicente 294 here. Is it just me, guys? But I'm gonna say this right now, guys. Space Boy is now officially my favorite animated film by Warner Brothers. That's right. Space Boy is now officially my all-time favorite animated film by Warner Brothers. Because it really homages the 90th anniversary of Warner Brothers in a really clever way. It had really great cameos of Warner Brothers characters. They focused more on the story than just cameos. It had a great story, and no wonder why the film received acclaim. And by the way, I actually played some levels for the Wii U game, which I enjoyed the Wii U game, by the way. It's pretty fun. And by the way, Summertime Entertainment is knocking out the park for its fantastic animated films. I think Summertime Entertainment is now becoming one of my favorite animation studios right now. And Budget Animation, that is an underrated animation studio. How whole Summertime Entertainment makes more movies like Space Boy. And by the way, hoping that Warner Brothers will make movies like this. And by the way, I heard the next films they're gonna make for Warner Brothers are the Lego Movie, Teenage Slack Boy, and Strange Island, which are the Warner Bros. Animated films that are coming in 2014. By the way, 2014 is gonna be 2014 is gonna be a big year for Warner Brothers. That's right. 2014 is gonna be a big year for Warner Brothers. Which that'll be really awesome. And by the way, in 2015, we're getting another animated film by Warner Brothers, A Cat in Italy, which after I saw the first look, I think this could be the best animated film by Warner Brothers since Space Boy. And by the way, this was a fantastic start to Warner Animation Group. And by the way, Summertime Entertainment really makes fantastic movies. Element City, masterpiece. Memory Lane, outstanding movie. Easily my favorite movie by Summertime Entertainment. The R My Robot, phenomenal way to celebrate the 100 years of Paramount. And Space Boy, the recent one. It's just me, but Summertime Entertainment is pretty much the flawless studio so far. I think Summertime Entertainment is possibly becoming my all-time new favorite animation studio from recent years. Summertime Entertainment is a fantastic animation studio. And Baltic's Animation, can't forget Baltic's Animation. That is a great studio. They make great films like Pan and the Wolf, which that is a good film, but I prefer Space Boy way better. I also enjoyed Space Boy, which is the next film by Voltage Animation, which that is a great film, by the way, as well. By the way, Summertime Voltage collaborated with Space Boy for its visuals. But by the way, Film District, the studio right there, Film District makes really fantastic animated movies. Film District is really awesome making animated movies. Film District is a fantastic animation studio, even though it's not an animation studio, but Film District makes really awesome animated movies like Element City, masterpiece, Pan the Wolf, great film. But the weakest in the Film District animated films are Iron Man and Robot, my personal favorite out of the Film District movies, and Space Boy, fantastic movie. And here's a little fun fact. Space Boy had 3 rewrites. It was originally going to be released by Sony Pictures Animation for Columbia Pictures in 2012 or 2011. But due to the fact that Sony didn't like the Space Boy movie, they decided to switch it to Universal Pictures for 2012. But after Warner Brothers realized that the Universal version was absolutely terrible, Warner Brothers has listened to the crew and they decided to rewrite the movie for Warner Brothers so they could make it to a masterpiece. And by the way, I gotta say this, guys. The Warner Brothers Space Boy is way better than the Universal and Sony ones. Yep, I said it. The Warner Brothers Space Boy is a lot better than the ones from Universal and Columbia and Sony Pictures Animation. So yeah, thank God Warner Brothers did the proper Space Boy. So yeah. Anyways, let's end it here, guys. It's just me. Space Boy is now my favorite animated film by Warner Brothers. And by the way, I'm definitely going to see it in theaters a few more times until the film stops playing. Because it's free to stop playing. Even though this film did very well at the box office. And yes, I will watch the film when it comes out on Blu-ray. And yes, I'm definitely getting Space Boy on Blu-ray and DVD. On Blu-ray and the digital copy. And yes, I will use the digital copy, by the way. And by the way, please, Warner Brothers, make a Space Boy TV show. And by the way, leave it as one movie because you can tell in the ending, I think this movie is fantastic as one movie. Stay as one movie, by the way. It's fantastic as one movie. I recall Cartoon Network does a Space Boy TV show. And yes, I will talk about Bad Guys 2 often. Bad Guys 2 is the best Blue Sky sequel of all time, by the way. I love Bad Guys 2. Easy, my favorite Blue Sky Studios sequel. And by the way, hope they'll make it Bad Guys 3 for the mid-2010s. Please, Blue Sky, make it Bad Guys 3 and leap the and make it as the perfect finale to the trilogy and focus on the Bad Guys TV show. By the way, I'm very excited for the Bad Guys TV show coming this fall, so I might show the news for that soon. Anyways, have a great day.